Hey everyone, and welcome to What Did I Miss? My name is Eric, and today I want to catch you up with what is going on in the Alien franchise, since a new movie as well as a new series are coming to a screen near you sooner than you may think. So here, I would like to discuss the evolution of both projects, how they are connected to the rest of the films in the Alien franchise, as well as when you can expect to see them yourself. So first, let's discuss the next film in the franchise, which is currently using the title Alien Romulus. This title was listed during the production of the film, but it is not a guarantee that it will be the final title when the movie is released. Romulus, besides being a planet in the Star Trek universe, is also the name of a character from Roman mythology that killed his brother Remus in order to establish the city of Rome. This movie was put into development after the Disney acquisition of Fox, which also led to the Predator prequel film Prey being produced. In fact, many people, including myself, believe that it is the success of Prey that convinced Disney to move forward with a new Alien film and series, given that Prey was only released on the streaming service Hulu and not theaters, but still turned into a huge success for the company. Alien Romulus is being produced by Ridley Scott, the man who first brought Alien and the crew of the Nostromo to the big screen in 1979. But the true creative mind behind this new project is Fede Alvarez, who wrote and directed the film. Fede Alvarez is known for his work in the horror genre, having created the Evil Dead remake as well as the surprise hit Don't Breathe. The director actually pitched his idea for a movie in the Alien universe after meeting Ridley Scott at a party in Hollywood, and then many years later, after Disney asked Mr. Scott to produce another film for the franchise, he remembered his meeting with Mr. Alvarez and asked him to make the movie. The studio then agreed to move forward with the project based on the director's pitch alone. The story is reportedly set in between the films Alien and Aliens and stars a cast of relatively unknown actors in their 20s. The only official plot details that have been released, besides when the story takes place, is that the events occur on a distant colony in space and that no characters will be returning from any other movie in the franchise. But because of the fact that the film takes place specifically in the time between the first and second films, has led many people to believe that this movie will show audiences the events on the planet LV-426 that led into the film Aliens. Specifically, what happened to the colonists on the planet, which included the character Newt as well as her brother and parents. Since Newt was very good at hiding from the xenomorphs, it is possible that her character would also be hiding during the events in the movie and would not need to be a part of the story. In fact, I would argue that the main actress in the film, Cailee Spaeny, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing her name correctly, does bear a passing resemblance to the young actress that played Newt in the film Aliens, which leaves open the possibility that this new character could be playing Newt's mother or another member of her family. The story itself seems to be similar to the first film in the franchise and will be set in a landscape that is much more claustrophobic than the last two films that were released, Prometheus and Covenant. The biggest complaint from fans of the Alien franchise about those two films was that they are too big and open, and that they lost the close quarters feel of the early films in the series. This movie looks like it is leaning heavily on that type of suffocating environment that made the original Alien so unsettling and created a tone that made the story feel more like a horror movie than a science fiction one. Like the recent Predator prequel Prey, this movie will no doubt be more of a stripped-down battle for survival between a group of unprepared individuals against an unknown and dangerous threat. I also expect this movie to be much more visceral and violent than we have seen in recent entries, especially given the reputation of Fede Alvarez within the horror genre. This movie has completed filming and is currently set for release in theaters on August 16, 2024. Just this past week, it was revealed that Ridley Scott has seen the finished project and has given it his full endorsement, which is rare, as Mr. Scott in the past has not been very kind to films based on his work, like the film Blade Runner 2049, which I personally think is amazing. There's currently no trailer for the movie either, but I would expect a teaser to be released soon, possibly during the airing of the Super Bowl, which historically has been where many first trailers for films releasing in that same year are shown. So make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that you know when the new trailer is released. Now, onto the upcoming Alien series that is set to be released on the streaming service Hulu, as well as the channel FX in the United States. This project is being held by Noah Hawley, who has seen a lot of success on the network as the creator of the series Fargo, which coincidentally is a show that is also based on a classic film. While not really known for his work in science fiction, Noah Hawley also created the series Legion and at one point was attached to direct a film for Star Trek. The story for this series, set in the Alien universe, will take place on Earth 3 decades before the events of the first Alien film. This would put the series at around the same time as the events that occur in the film Prometheus, but it sounds like this story will act as if the events in that movie and its sequel never occurred. As I mentioned earlier, many fans of the Alien franchise did not like the last two films that were released, and one reason was that these films tried to connect the creation of the universe and other existential theories into the story, instead of relying on what made the Alien movie so popular to begin with, which was not about the creation of humanity, but the survival of it. In the first film, the characters are put up against not only an ancient but dangerous being that is a product of millions of years of evolution, but also a retro-futuristic world run by artificial intelligence that views human beings as disposable products. Basically, creating an environment wherein both the past and the future are set to kill. This series will be a return to those roots while also showing audiences xenomorphs on Earth. Since this story is also ignoring the events in the Predator vs. Alien films, this will be the first time in the Alien franchise that xenomorphs will be shown on Earth. Noah Hawley has said that something occurs during the series which cannot be contained, and that is what sets the events into motion. But this isn't the only concept that is being introduced in the series, as the main character is also very unique. Actress Sydney Chandler will be playing a character named Wendy, who is described as a woman who has the body of an adult and consciousness of a child. This character will be accompanied by a character named Kirsch, played by Timothy Olyphant, who just returned to play his most famous role, Raylan Givens, in the revival of his show Justified, which was also released on Hulu. Kirsch is described as a synth mentor for Wendy, so he may be playing a new take on the androids seen in the Alien franchise, such as Bishop, played by Lance Hendrickson. While no major characters will be returning, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation will once again play a part in this story, as the company has been the main driving force behind most of the events of the prior films. Creator Noah Hawley has said that this series will explore the difficult relationship between the working class and corporations looking to maximize profits and control over the population no matter what. This series was set to begin filming in 2023, but the writers and actors strike in Hollywood delayed most of the production until 2024, with filming currently ongoing and scheduled to end in the summer of the same year. Initially, the plan was for the show to release in 2024, but now it looks more likely to happen in the first part of 2025. Noah Hawley has also revealed that he has created the story as an ongoing series and not a one-season special event. So if this does well, it could go on for many more years. Much like the aforementioned film Alien Romulus, Ridley Scott is producing the series but has no further involvement with it other than that. Besides the fact that Mr. Scott is producing both projects, there does not seem to be any other connection between this new film and series. So it would appear that the studio is trying to flesh out different corners of this universe as much as possible. It is also unknown when audiences will see another entry in the Predator universe after the success of Prey, but I definitely would not expect another Predator vs. Alien movie anytime soon. It does look like, at least with these two franchises, the filmmakers understand that bigger is no longer better, and that audiences would rather these franchises return to what made them great than try to reinvent themselves as something else. But let me know in the comments, what do you think of this news? Are you excited for these projects, and if so, which one are you most interested in? Also, do you think we need a sequel to Prey, as that was a movie I really enjoyed? And if you'd like to catch my breakdown video of that movie, I will link it in the comment section below and link it at the end of the video as well. Well, that is all I have for today, but thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to hit that like button before you go, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss?